It is a thread that connects windswept pastures to the heart of our cities. Each year, over 1.2 billion articles of clothing are fashioned from wool, a material whose humble appearance belies a legacy stretching back for centuries. The secret to its endurance is a process of transformation, as intricate as it is ancient. Behind the softness of every sweater or heavy coat lies a precise sequence of events. The journey begins as the fleece is sheared, then meticulously washed. From there, the fibers are carded into alignment, spun into resilient yarn, and at last woven into the finished fabric. Every stage is a fusion of natural material, human artistry, and modern machinery. From the quiet fields to the ceaseless hum of the factory floor, a simple raw fleece is elevated, becoming the very substance that sustains a global fashion empire. It is a fiber born from ancient pastoral traditions, yet its modern story is one of staggering industrial scale. Even after centuries of use, wool remains a vital cornerstone of the global textile industry. Each year, more than 4.4 billion pounds of fleece are gathered from vast pastures across Australia, China, and New Zealand, three nations that together supply over 60% of the world's total output. From sprawling farms covering thousands of acres, this raw material begins its journey into production. It moves through intricate manufacturing lines to become an astonishing range of goods, from familiar sweaters and scarves to durable upholstery fabrics and advanced insulation materials. The economic footprint of this industry is immense, with an annual value exceeding $80 billion. This figure encompasses the entire supply chain, from the export of raw fiber to the sale of finished textile products around the globe. Within this massive trade, China holds the position of the largest processor and consumer. Meanwhile, Australia leads the world in producing the fine, high-quality wool prized by designers. Yet beyond commerce, wool represents one of our most renewable natural fibers, a lasting link between nature and technology, and a pillar of sustainable fashion that continues a story thousands of years old. It is born not of machines, but of life itself, on the vast open pastures at the world's edge. The process unfolds across New Zealand and Australia, where farmers raise flocks under exacting standards to yield the purest, most consistent fleece. The very genetics of the flock are tailored to a purpose, whether for the ultra-fine fibers of the merino or the long, strong strands of the Romney and Corriedale, prized for their ease of weaving. An intricate record follows every animal from birth, with a tag detailing its age, health, and the yield of its fleece. Flocks move through the landscape in a pattern of rotational grazing, a timeless practice that prevents depletion and keeps the soil fertile for generations to come. To encourage the growth of thick, uniform, and bright wool, their natural diet is enriched with hay, grains, and essential minerals. Inside the barns, the air remains dry and well ventilated, a simple but critical measure to ward off parasites and skin diseases that could compromise the fibers. Each season, every animal is vaccinated, dewormed, and inspected, a testament to the fact that the quality of the wool is a direct reflection of the sheep's well-being. Before breeding, ewes undergo a process called flushing, where an enriched diet over several weeks boosts fertility, leading to stronger lambs with even finer wool. During lambing, mothers receive close supervision to ensure their newborns nurse quickly and thrive. After just a few weeks, these young are tagged, weighed, and guided to lush pastures to begin the weaning process. As the warmer months approach, the flocks are washed and treated for ticks, then left to dry naturally in the open air. This prepares them for shearing, a process where each sheep is handled with deliberate gentleness to avoid stress and preserve the fleece as a single, unbroken blanket. Once shorn, the animals are checked again for any minor cuts and given time to rest before returning to the fields. Every stage from nutrition to shearing is governed by strict animal welfare standards, born from a simple truth. Only a healthy sheep can produce wool that is pure, durable, and of the highest possible value. A full year of patient growth comes down to a few moments of intense precision. As the weather warms and the sheep's fleece reaches its full, dense potential after months of care, the shearing season arrives. This careful timing ensures the animals remain comfortable after losing their coats, with ample time to grow a new one before the return of winter. In preparation, the flock is moved into clean, dry enclosures. Their diet is lightened, a simple measure to keep them calm and steady for the handling to come. Skilled professionals trained in the safe handling of each animal wield precision electric clippers, their fine blades moving in a practice sequence. They begin with the belly and legs, moving methodically across the sides, shoulders, and finally the back. The objective is to peel away the entire fleece in a single unbroken blanket, preserving the integrity of every fiber. A seasoned shearer can process between 200 and 250 sheep in a single day, spending just 1 to 2 minutes on each animal. The shorter soiled wool from the belly and legs is set aside for lower grade applications, while the long, pristine fleece from the back and sides is destined for high-end textile manufacturing. Once shorn, each sheep is carefully inspected for any nicks or scrapes, treated with antiseptic, and then guided to sheltered enclosures to rest. Each large fleece, the culmination of a full year's growth, now becomes the primary raw material for an immense industrial journey. From the shearing sheds, the freshly gathered fleeces travel to the sorting area, a place where human expertise still reigns supreme. Here, each one is spread flat across wide tables, its color, fiber length, and fineness meticulously examined by a practiced eye. Any part of the fleece matted with grass, dirt, or containing fibers too short for spinning is carefully removed. Expert graders then separate the remaining wool. Coarser sections from the belly and legs are designated for industrial purposes, while the long, clean fibers are reserved for fine textiles. This painstaking process maximizes the value of every fleece and guarantees uniformity across production lots. With the sorting finished, the clean fleeces are collected and brought to the baling area. Powerful hydraulic presses descend, compressing each batch into dense, rectangular bales that weigh between 300 and 400 pounds. These are then tightly wrapped in burlap or heavy plastic to shield them from moisture. A tag is affixed to every bale, detailing its farm of origin, the breed of sheep, and its specific wool grade, ensuring complete traceability. These massive white blocks are then loaded onto specialized trucks, beginning their journey to scouring plants. There, washing, degreasing, and purification will transform them into the very foundation of fine textiles. Here, a delicate cloud of fiber is transformed. Fragility is twisted into strength. Following the combing stage, the long and refined wool slivers are conveyed to the spinning section. This is the critical phase where the material's ultimate strength and fineness will be forged, defining its final character in ways a machine can scarcely replicate. The fibers feed into a multi-roller spinning frame, a device where each roller turns at a subtly different speed to apply a gradual drafting tension. While the front rollers hold the fibers steady, the rear rollers accelerate, drawing the sliver thinner and thinner while carefully preserving its elasticity and internal cohesion. Just before the twisting unit, an ultra-thin layer of spinning oil coats the surface of each strand, a crucial step to reduce friction and prevent static buildup from the continuous movement. As these lubricated fibers pass through the central twisting assembly, they are bound tightly together, forming a unified strand that is both strong and resilient. Throughout this process, tension sensors monitor the degree of twist, ensuring flawless consistency along the entire length of the yarn. The finished threads are then wound onto large bobbins, which are later rewound into smaller, standardized spools. In real time, optical scanners inspect each strand, hunting for thick spots, weak points, or over-twisted sections. Any detected flaw is automatically trimmed and rejoined using heat fusion, creating a smooth, seamless joint nearly invisible to the naked eye. Yet in smaller workshops, artisans still honor the heritage of hand spinning with a wheel, relying on pure tactile control to adjust the twist intuitively. This slow, deliberate method yields yarns with a distinct organic feel, often reserved for the most exclusive handcrafted woolen products. The final yarn emerges with exceptional tensile strength, a smooth texture, and remarkable elasticity, a testament to structural integrity born from precise engineering and generations of craftsmanship. Here, countless fragile threads find their strength and unity. The refined wool yarns, balanced for both fineness and resilience, now flow into the weaving system, where they will be transformed from individual strands into a cohesive textile. Before a single thread is woven, automated sensors meticulously gauge the tension, humidity, and density of each yarn. This critical step guarantees stability throughout the entire weaving cycle. The process begins with warping, where thousands of individual strands are carefully guided through a complex array of needles and heddles, forming the very skeleton of the future fabric. Every strand must be aligned with absolute precision, for even the slightest misplacement could compromise the integrity of the final pattern. With the warp secured, the weft threads are shot across, interlaced by a mechanical shuttle or a powerful jet of air. A component known as the reed then beats them firmly into place, locking the horizontal and vertical threads into a tight, inseparable bond. The loom operates at incredible speeds, but a network of fault detection sensors watches over every movement. A broken yarn, a loss of tension, or a mistake in the sequence triggers an immediate halt, giving operators a window to intervene and correct the error. Once the fabric achieves its specified length, it is carefully wound onto a large take-up beam and moved to an inspection area bathed in the glare of bright lamps. Here, trained eyes scan for any minor flaws, a stray knot, a dark speck, or a subtle shift in tension, each one meticulously corrected by hand. The result is a woven wool fabric with a solid structure and a perfectly uniform surface, now serving as the essential foundation for the finishing treatments that await it deeper within the mill. A raw textile enters, but a refined fabric must emerge. This final transformation is a careful dance of heat, water, and pressure, designed to unlock the material's true potential. The raw wool fabric is carried to the finishing department, where its inner structure will be stabilized and its surface texture perfected. The process begins with fulling, a gentle immersion into warm water, where subtle agitation coaxes the wool fibers to interlock and bind together. This step gifts the material with greater thickness, density, and insulating warmth. From there, the fabric glides between fine carding rollers, their delicate metal pins brushing across the surface to smooth its texture and whisk away any stray fibers. Select batches are then steeped in color according to precise design specifications, followed by a blast of steam that permanently sets both the new hue and the fabric's dimensions. A final, slow drying at a controlled low temperature ensures the material retains its signature softness, elasticity, and natural sheen. What began as a rough textile has now become a smooth, resilient fabric, poised to become everything from a tailored coat to a luxurious blanket. In the last stage, these finished rolls of wool advance to the cutting and sewing floor, where the material at last begins its metamorphosis into a final product. Within a climate-controlled chamber, the fabric is first allowed to stabilize, acclimating to a consistent temperature and humidity before a single cut is made. Following digital templates with flawless precision, automated rotary blades carve through the material, leaving behind perfectly smooth and accurate edges. Each precisely cut piece is then numbered and dispatched to a dedicated sewing station. Here, under the steady pressure of steam, presses that lock in the garment's form, double needle machines skillfully assemble collars, hems, and sleeves. Once every seam has passed inspection, each completed garment is steamed, folded, and sealed, ready for its journey. Labeled for global distribution, the wool completes its long passage from the open fields to its final place in the modern wardrobe. From the vast open pastures to the intricate dance of the modern mill, the journey of wool reveals a delicate and enduring balance. It is a testament to a partnership forged between the gifts of nature and the precision of technology. This timeless process shows how a simple raw material can be utterly transformed, shaped by centuries of human ingenuity and the steady hand of industrial craftsmanship.